What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Kevin Jackwitz. This is the Kaged Review, and so DC FanDome happened this past Saturday, and it's actually the first of two DC FanDomes that we can expect. And so they revealed a lot of stuff that's coming from Warner Brothers as far as the DCEU, or whatever they're calling it now. And they dropped a lot of really cool stuff, but the first thing I wanted to check out was the full panel for Zack Snyder's Justice League. This is a movie that I felt like really disappointed a lot of fans, especially because it just felt so rushed. And Warner Brothers really didn't take the time to invest in the characters the way Marvel Studios did at Disney, and it left a lot to be desired. But also there was a lot of production problems with Zack Snyder leaving, Joss Whedon coming in, and just not really having the same feel that I think was meant for the movie. And I think a lot of people feel that way. And so everybody was clamoring for the Zack Snyder Justice League. And now Warner Brothers, HBO Max, they've ponied up the dough, and they are allowing Zack Snyder to complete his vision, his complete vision for Justice League, which really makes me excited because he is a fan, and that's what I love about this, is he cares about the characters, he cares about the journey. The story, you know, it's something he started, and I think that he should be the one to finish. And so, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, this is the Justice League panel at DC FanDome. I'm expecting some big stuff with this. I'm doing a lot of DC reactions today, and they're all being posted tomorrow on Wednesday, so it'll be fun for everybody tomorrow, hopefully. So, ladies and gentlemen, Zack Snyder's Justice League panel.
Speaking of DC's fans, since 2017, you have been demanding the release of Zack Snyder's version of Justice League, of course. Your friends at HBO Max heard you and looked for it in 2021.
I know, but I know. That probably feels like a long way off. So, right now, we're gonna check out this very exciting panel featuring Zack Snyder and some special guests, as well as some of the fans who helped bring this DC dream come to life.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Ready?
Ready.
Okay, let's go.
Very cool to see some of the creative genius that goes behind these movies. Because it is a lot, dude, let's be honest.
Awesome. Well, thanks, guys. It's awesome to be here at DC FanDome. This is amazing. It's been quite a journey with the DC fans, and I've had a great time bringing some of these beloved DC titles to the big screen, and the Justice League really is, for me, and in this format, an amazing crown jewel. As a community, we were able to make this thing happen, and
right.
We really appreciate it. We're going to shake it up a little bit for this panel, and I'm going to have some fans ask me questions. I'm going to ask some people questions. We're going to have a special guest, so let's get to it. We have some questions from fans read to us by some of the amazing cast of Justice League. Looks like next we have Batman, my Batman. Go ahead, man. What do you got?
I hope you guys are enjoying DC FanDome, and I'm really excited for you to get a chance to see Zack's ultimate version of Justice League on HBO Max next year.
Well, thank you, Ben. I'm excited for everyone to see the film as well. It's cool. What question do you have?
Patrick Mendoza wants to know, who is your favorite superhero of all time? We know the answer to that, but go ahead and answer it anyway.
I guess my favorite hero of all time, other than Batman, would have to be, sort of staying in the DC world as I do, it's got to be Dr. Manhattan, from Watchmen, I think. I don't know, for me, he's like this super cool quantum superhero whose time, space, reality, all those things are at his fingertips. So yeah, it's got to be Dr. Manhattan. That was awesome, Ben. Thank you so much. That was cool, and appreciate you stopping by. I think next, is it Superman?
Hello, everybody. My name is Henry Cavill, and I promise you, that I am not in prison. This is just my place of work. I hope you're enjoying DC FanDome, and I have a fan question for Zack Snyder from Swapnil. As a storyteller, what is the dynamic between the Justice League that is important for you to present on the screen? Zack, over to you.
It's a great question, and thank you so much. I think the important thing for me to see as the Justice League comes together is this idea that like a lot of them basically are loners, right? You have Batman, lives in a cave. His only buddy is Alfred, really. You got Wonder Woman, who after Steve's demise, she's been kind of keeping quiet. You have Flash, who's got these powers, but he's kind of alone in the world. And you have Cyborg, who, you know, in a lot of ways is not really happy about what's happened to him, this transformation. He's coming to terms with it. And then you have Aquaman, who also is this loner. And sort of thematically, them coming together and forming a family and finding in each other support. I think that's really what, in the end, drove me to want to see this happen or see them come together. And I think that when you take all these different personalities and bring them together into a single cohesive group, it's a fun and awesome dynamic, but also there's a why of doing it. All right, Let's see. Who do we have next? Is it Cyborg?
Hey, Zach. What up, man? Ray Fisher here. You know I am super excited about the Snyder Cut getting dropped on HBO Max. And there's some folks who have a couple questions for you. The first question is coming from Eddie Gordon from the United States. And that question is, which character are you most excited to fully flesh out in your cut of Justice League?
Interesting that you should ask me that. Because, of course, it's Cyborg. Cyborg is the heart of the movie. Yeah. Cyborg is the thing that I think, in the end, holds the team together in a lot of ways. And excited to see, or for fans to see, just how that is realized on cameras.
And the second question is coming in from Irfan Kam from the United Kingdom. And their question is, when you started writing Justice League, what thematic ideas were you most excited to tackle? Additionally, how much of a challenge was it to keep the tone mythological? I want to know too, so make sure you get up on those.
It's a great question. When Chris and I were talking about this movie, I think we're big fans of sort of the Joseph Campbellian, you know, hero's journey, and also this notion that we would be creating a team. They're Knights of the Round Table joining together in an epic adventure. And this is the call to action film that brings them, as a story, that brings them all together. And I think it is a mythological concept to begin with. So keeping it mythological, and especially when you think about it's Aquaman, it's Wonder Woman, Flash, Cyborg, and then Superman, you're really talking about a mythological group, you know. Okay, this is fun. Let's keep them coming. Who else? I think next is the Flash himself.
Mr. Maestro Zack Snyder. I mean, what other questions can we ask? I think we'd all like to know if we'll see more of the handsome and talented Ezra Miller in your cut. I
like the question, Ezra. No agenda at all. Very good. Of course, you're going to see tons more of the Flash. I have a huge love for the Flash and for Ezra Miller, as you know, especially when you call me at the last second and make me come work on your music videos in the desert. That's really kind of you. So, but yes, of course, Ezra. I think people are going to see a lot more of the Flash, and they're going to get to see a little bit more of his emotional arc. And I hope they enjoy it, because I
really liked the
seeing
whole
you, especially
plot
in
with
this
his
format.
father.
Okay, looks like we've got we've got something from Wonder Woman herself, Gal Gadot.
Zach, when you cast me in the role of Wonder Woman, I had no idea what an amazing ride I was in for. It's been life-changing to play this character, mostly because I've got to meet so many incredible fans around the world who love her like we do. Fans who I hope are all sharing this experience today, because it's all happening because of you. So to all the fans who asked for this cut, you obviously have your own superpowers, because Just like the members of Justice League, you are stronger together. And you made this possible. So thank you. I love you.
Thanks, Gal. I can't wait for fans to see you in Wonder Woman 84, which is an amazing movie, and you are amazing in it. And Patty, of course, did an amazing job. So you guys are an awesome team, and people's minds are going to be blown when they see that. So thanks again. That was great.
Yeah, it does
All right,
look good.
let's see who we have
on
next.
The trailers.
Hi, Zach, and everybody in the Justice League crew. I have a question. So, as somebody who is so very excited to get to see your vision of Justice League and that you're finally getting this chance to really show us the film that was always intended and one that we're all so super excited to see, I wanted to know, probably what everybody wants to know is, can you hint something that the world has never seen, that you have been so excited to let us all get a glimpse at without too many spoilers?
Okay. How do I do this without giving too many spoilers? You're going to see something with Flash in this film I don't think that you've ever seen before. Something that has to do with his abilities, because he's a quantum character. He interacts with time and space, so you might see him do something that is timely. But awesome, Patty. Awesome question, and it's awesome to see you. All right, let's move along, shall we? And I think I want to ask some questions. So let's get some people on the line if we can. I'd like to get, there's some super fans we have standing by, I see. One of them is Fiona from China. She is dear to our hearts. She was one of the founding members of the Snyder Cut movement, and really instrumental in bringing it to all of us. So let's get her on the line and say hi.
That's cool.
Oh my God, Zach and his studio. It's like a dream come true.
I'm going to ask you some questions. Are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
First off was, what about this movement and the Snyder Cut and the whole thing? What was the thing that got you to say, like, hey, you know what? I got to get involved with this.
After I saw Batman with Superman in theaters 4 years ago in China, I was blown away. After watching Justice League, it was immediately clear that many parts of the film were not consistent with your usual filmmaking style. So we are the fans. We knew that there was a real version of the film out there. We started asking for it. Why not? We started a petition, if you remember, that reached to 180K people signed. Then I think it's not enough. So I created a website called forsnydercut.com that allowed us to start doing some online and real-world events, such as Twitter trends, raising money for AFSP, letter writing, and phone calls to Warner Brothers. Now, here we are.
Awesome. Wow. And look what happened. You guys did it. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
So did you really think it was going to happen
cool.
when we really started when it got closer?
It all started with hope and dream. So many movements, I think, never go beyond that. To actually achieve a dream, you need organization and selflessness. Then we have a team who put a billboard in Times Square.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I think you remember that.
Yeah. Fantastic.
When you see all these people, when
Square?
you fight alongside such talented and generous people, you know it's not possible. It's a certainty.
Yeah.
Even we had many obstacles, but we know we will win this.
Yeah, it's fun. I always thought it was funny that the scale started to get bigger and bigger, and we would notice oh my gosh. And at first, remember, because it was like a bus stop in Comic-Con, and then a billboard in Times Square, and then on the anniversary of Justice League, and it just goes completely nuts, and everyone was like, okay.
It's like snowball, rolling with a big snowball.
Yeah, a giant snowball now, yeah. What was your favorite moment for you in the whole experience?
I think my answer to this question evolved. I started out because I admire you. I love you. I want to fight for you and your work. But as time passed, I became just much about fighting alongside my fellow community members. It's power from art, mostly. Power from your art. You empowered us.
Well, that's amazing and kind.
That's
And
cool.
well, it's amazing to see you, and thank you so much for connecting with us. I can't wait to come to China.
Please come to China. I want to be your guide. So see you.
Yeah, see you soon. Thank you, Fiona.
Yeah.
Okay, we have another call from
He definitely has a
Dexter,
devout
another
fan base.
amazing friend and another amazing fan who also was super important in the creation and cultivation of this movement. He's been around for a long time and really making this happen. So let's talk to Dexter. Dexter.
Hi. How are you, my friend?
Awesome. I'm glad you came. It's great to see you.
Thank you. Great to see you as well.
So I got you on the spot because I want to ask you a couple questions. So I guess the first question is, what are your initial thoughts, and where were you when you first heard about the Snyder Cut movement, or how did it come on your radar?
Yeah, well, it was very early on. I'll tell you, right after the viewing of the theatrical edition, I went to the internet and I felt that I couldn't be the only one that felt a certain way. So after maybe a few weekends, I had a few chats with a few people, and it kind of fell into my lap, and I said, this is something that I can really get behind. And I did what I could in order to try to help. And here I am, multiple years later, still trying to be a forefront of this whole thing to help you guys out. And thankfully, it's been a positive turn of events.
Yeah, like how crazy is it that, like I was saying the other day, I shot the movie in 2016. Like that's when I was on set shooting. And here we are in 2021 and, well, coming up to, and that's when the movie's going to come out. And seems impossible.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So to that, when you started in this movement, did you think there was a chance that that they would do this?
That's a really great question. Early on, I had high hopes about it. And I think it was just because of my ignorance on how the industry worked. Toward, a quarter into it, I kind of said, well, we're not really speaking their language. How can we get them to want to do this for us? I think that's the key, and what made it really happen is just the fact that they saw that there were so many people that really wanted to stand behind the artistry of it all, the artists, and the integrity of it. And here we are.
I always felt like when I was sort of observing this movement, in a lot of ways, for fans, the way the comic book calendar is set up, it'd be like, oh, the anniversary of the release, or a Comic-Con, or Brazil Comic-Con, or New York Comic-Con. And you guys just always kind of using those events as like a springboard, because you're like, look, we got something to say. So it always felt like.
Yeah, it was tough coming up with those things at times. It really was. We would chat a lot of behind the scenes Zoom calls and phone calls and WhatsApp messages, really trying to come up with what can we do next? We're thinking about our next event. And then when you were to kind of give us a little hint or a little something to play along with, and it just really, really ignited us to continue on. So thank you for that.
Yeah, that for me was amazing. It was cool to have this kind of conversation with the fans where I could either, release an image or just say something and just get this response that I could feel, this kind of energy exchange that was really, really, really exciting. Do you have a favorite moment from this experience?
I think my favorite moment so far is getting the opportunity to fly out to your event in Pasadena. The Director's Cut weekend was such a memorable event for me and my sons, and something I will always cherish with me. And one of the other things I was just really, really excited to see, and this is just me, and I don't want to make things heavy, but just the opportunity to see the smile on yours and Debbie's face when it was official. It was just really heartwarming to me. And honestly, I did tear up a little bit. I will admit I teared up a little bit, but it's just because it was just a lot of work that paid off. And I'm just excited to see that you guys were really, really happy.
Well, I got to admit that we also, when we heard the news, we all got pretty emotional, and it's been an incredible journey. And for us, one of the amazing parts is that we were able to, interact with and be part of this fan community in an amazing way. And it's changed us and made us, really grateful for being able to have this dialogue and also, frankly, feeling the incredible support for the work that I get to experience, when we see these fan generated events and things that really have nothing to do with selling a movie or doing anything that has to do with commerce. It's really for love. and we feel it. And
That's awesome.
also the amazing charitable work that you guys, the amount of money you've raised for suicide prevention is just unbelievable. So again, thank you
That's
so
cool.
much.
I didn't know that.
We couldn't thank you enough. So Dexter, thanks.
Thank you so much. It's been our pleasure. We appreciate it.
That was kind of deep.
It's cool to interact with the fans and get to talk about this this journey that we've been on, because it has been something quite amazing. Maybe I should talk for a second about how you guys are going to see the movie and what format we're going to have it in. It's going to be in 4 parts, 1 hour each. So 4 hours of Justice League is coming your way. We're going to work on a way of bundling it together at the end so you can watch it as a single film if that's the way you want to experience it. Also, to all my international fans and everyone watching all over the world, don't worry if you don't have HBO Max, because we're working on a distribution plan, so I promise you're going to get a chance to see it. And if you guys haven't gotten your t-shirt yet, there's still hope. If you go to Ink to the People, you can get your associate producer shirt, and I want you guys, it all goes to a good cause, so please go grab a shirt if you can. I guess it's time to play the little teaser, because that's why you're really here, to see some footage from the movie, as I promised. So why don't we check that out? So here it is, Justice League.
Nice.
Now I've heard there
Dark
was a
side right off the
chord
bat.
that David played, and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you? It goes like this: the 4th, the 5th, the minor fall, the major.
That was in the original trailer.
The baffled king composing hallelujah.
I saw that in the original trailer. More of actual Superman. Black Superman. Saw this in the original trailers. So they actually have the part where he saves her, Iris.
I did my best, it wasn't much. I couldn't feel, so I tried to touch. I've told the truth, I didn't come to fool you. And even though it all went wrong, I'll stand before the
This is all new footage, dude.
with nothing on my tongue but hallelujah.
What? Silas is dead. Got more voice a lot better. Tank scene, which we never got. Great shot. Hell
This
yeah,
guy's
dude, like
probably
all of that
fought
was
hundreds
footage.
of thousands of other super beings on the other planets he's destroyed, right? And we have to assume he's won.
I don't care how many demons he's fought and how many hells. He's never fought us. Not us united.
Hell yeah, dude. That looks badass.
Zack Snyder, man. Zack
That was
Snyder.
amazing, and that's how we do it in the DC fandom.
Nice. Alright, so the big takeaway is there is a lot of new footage. And it looks like stuff that actually is going to change the storyline a bit, and you're going to have more character development, more interaction between the characters, because honestly, with what we got for the Justice League, it was so rushed, and you didn't get that build of individual characters, and you didn't really get the build of them uniting as a team. And that's what I'm going to love about this movie is the arc. The arc from each individual character and the team as a whole. So absolutely love it, dude. So that's where I'm at. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. My name is Kevin Jackowitz, Kaged Nation, out.